Hello everyone, good morning. I'm feeling much better today. I got some sleep and feel halfway like a normal person today. So anyways, I'm going to start. I just want to use my spray and set some sacred space. It smells so good. Okay, set some sacred space. I want to start off with reading something that I got sent. I reposted it, but not all of you were on my Facebook. And this is a message from White Eagle. He's from the Hopi indigenous people on 3/16/2020. Vision Quest. This moment humanity is going through and can now be seen as a portal and as a whole. The decision to fall into the hole or go through the portal is up to you. If you repent of the problem and consume the news 24 hours a day with little energy, nervous all the time, with pessimism, you will fall into the hole. But if you take this opportunity to look at yourself and rethink life and death, take care of yourself and others, you will cross the portal. Take care of your homes, take care of your body, connect with your spiritual house. When you are taking care of yourselves, you are taking care of everything else. Do not lose the spiritual dimension of this crisis. Have the eagle aspect that from above and see the whole, see more broadly. There is a social demand in this crisis, but there's also a spiritual demand. The two go hand in hand. Without the social dimension, we fall into fanaticism. But without the spiritual dimension, we fall into pessimism and lack of meaning. You were prepared to go through this crisis. Take your toolbox and use all the tools available to you. Learn about resistance of the indigenous and African peoples. We have always been and continue to be exterminated, but we still haven't stopped singing, dancing, lighting a fire, and having fun. Don't feel guilty about being happy during this difficult time. You do not help at all being sad and without energy. You help if good things emanate from the universe now. It is through joy that one resists. Also, when the storm passes, each of you will be very important in the reconstruction of the new world. You need to be well and strong, and for that, there is no other way than to maintain a beautiful, happy, and bright vibration. This has nothing to do with alienation. This is a resistance strategy. In shamanism, there is a rite of passage called the quest for vision. You spend a few days alone in the forest without water, food, and without protection. When you cross this portal, you get a new vision of the world because you have faced your fears and your difficulties. This is what is asked of you. Allow yourself to take advantage of this time to perform your vision-seeking rituals. What world do you want to build for you? For now, this is what you can do. Serenity in the storm. Calm down. Pray every day. Establish a routine to meet the sacred every day. Good things emanate. What you emanate now is the most important thing. And sing, dance, resist through art, joy, faith, and love. Resist and be reborn. So I thought that was so appropriate, considering, people forget, those of us who followed a higher path, and meaning not judgment, meaning that you've been more conscious about that there would be a day that would come when we would be tested. We didn't know it was going to be a virus and something like this, but we knew we'd be tested. And so it's important to remember this is a spiritual crisis. We are trying to get back to what we know, and it's important to remember at this time that we do have all the tools we need within us. Okay, yes, we need food and sleep and water in order to sustain ourselves in our physical body or temple, but it's very important right now for us to really use every tool we've had. We've learned, those of you who have gathered in meditation or with spiritual teachers at all, you know some of the tools. We have the violet consuming flame, that's a tool. We have decree work and affirmations and thinking positive and just being able to meditate or pray in whatever form works for you, and believe. That is the biggest thing. I've talked to a lot of people during this time, and a lot of people are just starting to feel a little bit overloaded. And I've lost track of the days in terms of how many days we've been asked to stay inside and self-quarantine. But this is a time when we have to hold our faith stronger than ever, because it's belief and it is faith and positivity that will get us through this. And I watched a YouTube my mind. Anyways, I watched a YouTube video last night about one of the indigenous grandmothers speaking, and she was from Australia, and she was talking about it, about the consciousness, and that after all of this, we're going to be part of the reconstruction. And that's what I'm praying for, because the new earth, as they call it, the age of Aquarius, the new earth, the age of Aquarius is all about creating anew. And remember the song in the age of Aquarius, and if you don't remember, Google the words, harmony and understanding, all of this, us working together as a people and as a culture and community, big community, that wants something different from our world than what has been happening in the political arena and everything else that we've gone through as a result of this. And so we have got to feel like we have a voice, and that voice is through positivity, prayer, belief, and faith. Absolutely. I had my own meltdown, as you saw, a couple days ago, and that was okay. I needed to do that. But guess what? I'm right back here again, standing right in front of, well, sitting at the moment, but still standing firm. And when you feel at the bottom of your game, like I did the other day, feeling bombarded about people I care for getting this and getting sick, and then there are people that care about them, it was really overloading. But why I lost it was I haven't been getting much sleep, and I've been working way too much. So last night I went to bed early and I got a night's sleep. Go back to the basics when you start to feel overloaded. How are you eating? Are you drinking water? Are you getting some exercise, whether it's doing floor routines or going for a walk just outside your house, social distancing and whatever. But speaking of exercise, a big thank you to Elizabeth for the bar. Loved it. Did it myself. Plan on doing it again. And also for the Ballotone. Can't wait to do that. So big thank you that we get to mix it up a little bit. And the more you can have some kind of normalcy in your life, the better it's going to be for you. Especially even with simple things, self-care. I actually did my own nails, which I don't usually do anyways, but I gave myself a pedicure, I did my nails, and granted, nobody's in here seeing me except for Gerard and my granddaughter, but it made me feel better. Like, okay, today I'm doing my hair, I'm putting makeup on, I'm dressing up even though I'm not going to see anybody. I'm not going to be in the pajamas all day long, because I have to think in my mind business as usual, and I don't mean business in terms of me doing readings, just in general, business as usual for all of us, that I have got to stay on track, because if I don't, that's when we run into trouble. Okay, you don't want to be the person that's in your pajamas for the whole 21 days, because you want to feel good. You want to feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm still going through my routine. And even though I really don't like routine most of the time, in this way, routine can be a good thing. Okay, I actually have a note here because I wanted to mention a few things. Um, there was an email that just went out yesterday, and it was about an intention group that my partner Gerard, he has done this intention. Um, it's his baby putting this together, and I'm not going to get into anything beyond that because if you read the email, you will have every bit of information in there. But it's like a prayer circle, only we're just using our consciousness to change things. And so, if you want to do your part in helping for all the people that are ill right now and the world to make the shift, that is something you can do, that we can join together and have positive thoughts. It's only a 30-minute piece now and then. You can go on as much as you want or as least as you want. And so I wanted to mention that to you. Also, I'm going to be starting after the 21 days. I'm going to be starting a 4-week course. We don't know how long this is going to go on for, and it's my contribution, and it's another tool you can use. I've decided to make the course for free. It will be done on a conference line, so wherever you are, you can join us, and it's for free, and it's going to give you some really good tools on how to get through this, the stress, all of that. I'm really hoping that if any of the people on the front lines get my emails, that they can go on this because it will help them tremendously at this time. It's going to be a mixture of a lot of different things. So I'm not going to be sending out information about this, at least at this moment. I don't think I am. And it will start the week after next. And so if anybody is interested on this 4-week course that will help you with stress and all of that, they should contact me at either call me at 413-526-9840 or Trust TMAC, TRUST at AOL, and I will connect back with you on giving you the information and when it starts and all of that. But this, if you know anybody who's really under a lot of stress right now, like all of us, but in different ways, please forward it on to them so they can be a part of this group. It's a wonderful opportunity, and I feel very blessed in my life because Spirit has always taken care of me in any way, shape, or form. So my feeling is I want to pass some of this off to all of you. And it's a perfect opportunity, and the timing is beautiful. So these are tools you can use forever. Okay, so that's that. What else? I'm also going to be, I sent an email out that I'm going to be doing a couple classes online. One is a spirituality class, which will be a Zoom call, and that's a once a month one, and then a channeling class, which is a once a month one that will be done on Zoom. So again, if you have any questions or you're interested, shoot me an email or call me, and I will get you that information as well. And yeah, I guess that's it on that. Okay. The other thing is, I wanted to show you this beautiful sacred geometry. This is Metatron's cube. Hello, Ben. This is Metatron's cube, and it's very powerful. So we can turn it this way. And it has all kinds of sacred geometry in it. And it's like the Merkaba that we put ourselves in, a vehicle to travel, our soul to travel within. And so I decided that while we were on this call, I would take the picture of the world and superimpose this over it. And we have the Metatron's cube. Metatron is very, very powerful. Some say he's an archangel, but in my eyes, he's a lot more expanded than that. You can Google anything about the Metatron cube or Metatron himself, but I thought this would be a good thing to do. Also, would like to send out, to take just a moment to send out energy to a few people I know that have this virus. I want to send out a big prayer and energy for Amanda, whose mother and grandmother has this at this time. And I'm also going to imagine that they're going into this cube. And also a good friend of mine, Bree. And interesting, Bree has been tested and she is home and she is in a great space in terms of her mind and no fear and really holding the energy for healing, and it's passing. So I'm very glad about this. Let's all send energy to them and anybody else you may know that has tested positive or is ill from this virus, and let's just send healing for all of them. So let's just take a minute to do that. Amen. Thank you so much. Boy, as I had my hands on my lap open, my hands are pulsing. I can feel the energy of people contributing to this. So, and remember, there's no time and space. So if you watch this a week late, still do the same. It connects right with us. So that is important. Okay. There was something else. I should have wrote it down. Sorry, lost it. Okay. So we're going to go to our cards. First one's from The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Byron Reed. And again, it's always the same thing. What does the collective need to know at this time about what we're going through? And this one is Go the Distance. And it's some kind of a cat going over the finish line. And it says, endurance, strength, the long haul. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. Now, that to me is just amazing, because what I get out of that is no matter if we're out next month sometime or 2 months from now, people are resilient and they do spark back. So this is saying we have to go the distance. We need to get through this, and we have everything we need to go the distance. And just recognizing that, okay, we're in this together, and this is an important time for us to be able to move through it with grace and ease, or kicking and screaming. So I choose to go through it with grace and ease, and the more you're doing things that are positive and the more you can meditate or pray, the easier it's going to be to get through this. And remembering, most importantly, that right now we're deciding on what that future is going to be. If we think of the quantum field and all possibilities that exist in that field, which one are we going to align to? If we're all in fear, then we're going to align to the lowest, worst possible case scenario. If we do go through this in a good way and we put our mind in the right place, we can get through it. When I think of some of the leaders like Nelson Mandela and then Gandhi and all of this, how they got through different things, and that other gentleman who I can't remember his name at the moment, that he wrote a book while he was in prison, and how he stayed focused the whole time. And if somebody can do it under those circumstances, we can certainly do it under these. And it's about believing and holding the faith and connecting with whatever you believe in. Okay? The next card is from the Psychic Tarot book, deck, John Holland. Material harvest. Now you might say, well, why would we get this right now when we don't have jobs or whatever? Let's listen for what the message is. One of the laws of the universe is what you sow, you reap. This card states this is your time to reap the harvest you worked for and so rightly deserve. So just in that alone, you know, when I think of the harvest, I think of all the good things you do for others, who you are as a person, your values, all of that. It says the last physical card denotes self-mastery, self-sufficiency, independence, security, and the art of enjoying what you've strived for. So if we look at it in the most positive way, you know, we can't control right now what's going on with people getting ill, but we can sure send prayers and ask that something be discovered that can turn this around. But if we're in our self-mastery, if, you know, I remember a long time ago somebody saying they were using Jesus as the example, as a master teacher, and they would say, would you, you know, how would you act if you had Jesus walking around with you all day? Would you be saying what you say? Would you be swearing? Would you be, you know, doing things, gossiping or whatever? And the answer is no, you wouldn't be doing that. So we have to remember that there is somebody watching us, even if they're on the other side, every minute of every day, and we want to be in a positive place. You've done the hard work, learned the lesson along the way, and used them to prosper in all areas of your life. The number 9 also means endings. Not that good fortune necessarily stops, but do honor yourself as you finish up and celebrate the completion of projects. Well, I don't know if it's the completion of projects, even though we are doing that at home, well, some of you. To me, 9 meaning endings. Ending of the way we've treated each other on this planet. Ending the separation we have from the division of what nationality, what religion, what culture, whatever it is. It's got to stop. And so also the way that there's no respect for other life forms on this planet and nature itself and Mother Earth. So that's an ending. This would be the perfect time to look ahead and use the wisdom you've gained to think about what else you want to achieve. Yes, we need to be in the place that we're envisioning a healthier world. That this isn't another 9/11, that after a month everybody forgets and goes back to their life. We have an opportunity here. So consider smart investments and ponder ideas that show profitable potential. Congratulations on your success. You've earned it. So what if this was all outside of the virus? I'm not saying the virus is a good thing, but the fact that we're learning from it could be a good thing. Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen Farmer. And we have Cheetah. Get clear on your intentions, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. Stop deluding yourself by thinking that there isn't enough time. There are too many other things to do, or you're not up to the mission that's calling you to action. These and many other beliefs are delay tactics that keep you from accomplishing what you're here to do. Boy, if that doesn't ring true, they're really hitting us over the head today, like you have the power. What's wrong with you? Get going here. Never mind getting distracted by watching TV or this or that. What can you do in your corner of the world to help? It's much too easy to play it safe by staying caught up in the mundane dramas of life rather than honoring Spirit's purpose for you by making a run for it. The first step is to write out your intention as clear as possible. Keep it nearby and create an appropriate affirmation that you can repeat several times over the course of the day, one that states your intention as if it already occurred. Then write out a sequence of action steps that will help you move towards your ultimate goal. Boy, that sounds good. Envisioning the world as if it's better than it was before and it's already happened. Don't be shy or hesitant to think bigger than you've previously allowed yourself. Once you've set the wheels in motion by doing these steps, it's time to move. Not in some frenetic, hurried way, but steady and purposeful, designing much of your activity to support what you need to do. In all this movement, once you've successfully achieved a significant piece, take a breather and look back on how far you've come. Give yourself a pat on the back with each step that's accomplished as a way of acknowledging your progress. Go for it. Speed, focus, insight, swiftness, elusiveness, flexibility, efficiency, self-esteem, power, passion, graceful, purposeful, energetic, sensuous, accomplishment, or directness. The last one is from the Oracle of E, Pam Grout and Colette Byron Reed. This one I love. I love this book. It's such a goofy book. You never know when you read on the card and then you read the definition, it's usually totally different. This says smooth and easy. Okay, it says you're on easy street, my friend. The Red Sea has parted and you are now free to roam the planet. All obstacles have disappeared. Doors and windows are flying open. There is not one thing that can stop you. So this is very encouraging. Just to repeat, go the distance, material harvest, intention, and smooth and easy. So it's saying that how I took this is if we do set ourselves to go the distance, and with material harvest here, being grateful for what we do have and sharing, and the cheetah on our intention, get clear on what we want for the world and its peoples, and then smooth and easy, that it can be smooth and easy if you do this. Well, that's all I've got for today, and I hope you're enjoying all the different people. I have my good friend Donna coming up. I believe she's going to be on tomorrow. She's very creative and she's going to show you something to do, and you should have a paper and pencil, and it's about drawing. So I hope you enjoy these different things to keep you busy. Lots of love to you, and remember to keep the faith.